你好，祝你有美好的一天。这就是频道 Celebrity News Today 247。这是今天的新闻。
A surprise from an old friend, Xiao Zhan's promotional film came out again, and the director personally forwarded it. There is always an invisible charm in Xiao Zhan, which is not only his personality charm, but also his attitude towards life. In him, we can see that there is one thing that is particularly worth learning. When encountering setbacks, don't treat it negatively. To be positive, you must relax your mind and deal with it with a peaceful heart. In fact, it is easy to say, but it's really not easy to do. Because a lot of people are most depressed and unable to stand up. Don't care too much in life, move forward, look forward, run against the wind, and live towards the sun. This is particularly evident in Xiao Zhan. It can be seen from his growth trajectory over the past few years. The whole person exudes a mature and bright charm and brilliance. The current Xiao Zhan versus the former Xiao Zhan. The frequency of Shaoxi opening warehouses to distribute food and welfare is more and more frequent. Let us see Xiao Zhan at the seaside. I saw a Xiao Zhan full of youthful breath. Many netizens found some photos of Xiao Zhan in the past. The same seaside, similar movements. Compared to 3 or 4 years ago, Xiao Zhan is not only more mature now. Instead, what he saw in him was a more and more calm aura and outline. Although his whole person is more youthful today, the feeling to people is very different. He is still the one we are most familiar with, but it feels a little different. The more you experience, the more you grow. Turn these experiences into signs of growth. It has become the unique charm attached to him. And it has also become a gift of growth. So now no matter watching Xiao Zhan's dynamic videos or still pictures, people can't keep their eyes off. It's really like what Shaoxi described, the breeze and the rain wash the fine dust, and the white clothes keep smiling. Who wouldn't love such a clean, fresh and refreshing young boy in white? He is like the cloud in May, the rain in June, the wind blowing in my heart, the colorful soap bubbles blowing out, and a beam of light piercing through the clouds. We can't stop the pace of time. In the trajectory of growth, we can still feel the changes brought about by growth. Harvest different experiences at each stage, and all these experiences will turn into an invisible gift of destiny. The most rare thing about Xiao Zhan is his mentality, and the pure and clean sense of the young man who makes everyone addicted to it. Xiao Zhan has cooperated with the director many times, and the reason for choosing him is very simple. Even the new promotional video released by Lu Shen, there is an immediate sense of watching a blockbuster. Whether it is the transformation of the camera or the state presented by Xiao Zhan, it really feels like watching a movie. After watching this short tens of seconds of publicity, in addition to fans, there are also many netizens and passers-by who have been fans of Xiao Zhan, and even think that he is simply the incarnation of the Prince of the Forest. In the desert and in the forest, every frame of Xiao Zhan's smile and every demeanor makes us feel a kind of pure cleanliness. Perhaps this is the legendary return after 1,000 sales, still a teenager. Xiao Zhan is like that. This is also the best way of expressing Xiao Zhan's character creation. This kind of pure heart. This kind of reverence, even if it is an advertisement of just a few tens of seconds, but Xiao Zhan is not any different from acting. At any time, he integrates himself with the character, communicates with the audience with his soul, bring the work to every audience and every fan in front of the screen. In him, you can see the appearance of peerless elegance, as well as the kindness and purity in his heart, the sunshine and tenacity. It seems that these have become imprinted on each character and interpreted in the way of performance. So this promotional video let us feel more than just a brand of publicity. No matter in terms of style or Xiao Zhan himself, he is an existence that makes people unable to take their eyes off. It is worth mentioning that the director of this promotional film also personally forwarded this promotional cooperation. I don't know when everyone is watching it, is there a feeling of déjà vu? Yes, that's right, it was Yo-Yo May and Ji Young back then. Does the promotion of the two series really feel completely similar in style? It's the feeling of this dreamy blockbuster. Xiao Zhan and the director's cooperation is really incomparable tacit understanding. That's why it was possible to present such a successful and attractive short film. No words, but they are worth 1,000 words. This is Xiao Zhan and Xiao Zhan's sincere performance. Xiao Zhan is such a real and charming person, whether it is a director, a friend, an actor, a passerby, a netizen or a fan who has worked with him. Not a bad impression of him. No matter what Xiao Zhan we know from others, or from what we saw and heard in the interview video, Xiao Zhan will have some similar feelings from his conversations with others. We can see his ingenious justification. I can feel the self-cultivation revealed in his conversation. I can also feel his transparency and indifference from his every sentence and every word. More from his attitude, can feel his perseverance and perseverance. I saw a love in Xiao Zhan, which is a person's persistence and persistence in his dreams. He is more professional and professional. This is inseparable from what he has experienced. It is precisely because he has experienced some good and bad malicious attacks, questioning, skeptical, and encouraging. That's why Xiao Zhan is so rich, so different, and how to replace him. Along the way, I saw his stubbornness and just saw his softness and kindness. The entertainment industry is a vanity fair. It is a big dive at, but he always has a clean and pure temperament in his body, and his back is always straight. The spirit of breaking through the ground bravely, and still not forgetting the stubbornness of looking up at the sky when the valley is low. Perhaps it is precisely because these are the fascinating things that everyone who is surrounded by his fans sees in him. This is why Xiao Zhan will be unique. Because it's Xiao Zhan, so it's Xiao'er.